Hey, welcome to another video everyone. Today I will be ranking my best starting dinosaurs in Ark Survival Evolved from 1 to 10, 1 being the easiest to obtain, and obviously 10 being the hardest to obtain and to get to. If you guys like this or it helped you in any way, shape or form start off, please leave a like and subscribe, and have a nice day. Alright, starting at number 1, the Lystrosaurus. This is obviously a passive tame, and if you don't know what passive tame is, it's just you have to get the food item that it says to have, put it in the last slot of your quick bar, walk up to it and click Y or like triangle or whatever your feed button is for it. But yeah, so just get that into the inventory. So obviously Tinterberries was the food that it wanted, so that's what we got. So the Lystrosaurus is a herbivore. Its preferred food is red flowers, but you just have to have the food that it wants when you see it, when you get to it at the time. And the reason why this is number 1 on my list is because it helps you, it actually gives all your tame dinosaurs around in its area an XP boost. So it increases the levels a lot quicker. So when you have like low level dinosaurs, you can get the levels up pretty quick. You can get it a lot quicker than if you didn't have these. So it's a good idea to just get a big pack of these and just have them sitting in your base for when you get more. Yeah, so let's move on to the next one. This was on this list. This is number 2 on our dinosaur list. It's called the Dilophosaurus. Okay. This dinosaur you have to knock out to tame it. So I would use a bowler because bowlers hold it in place. That immobilizes it, and then just hit it with a slingshot for a little bit until it goes unconscious, which will happen in a little bit. What you want to do when it goes unconscious is you want to put narco berries into it. Click RT when you're in the inventory. That will force feed and keep the unconsciousness to a minimum. And then put some meat in it and just wait for its food to deplete, and then boom, it'll get hungry. So as you see, I clicked LT, that dropped it out of its inventory. So you want to click RT, make sure you click that. But yes. Okay, so as you can see, it's now tamed. We have it up and going. This dinosaur is a carnivore, obviously. That's why it eats meat. Its preferred meat is raw prime meat. I don't know if I've already said this. And the dino is obviously immobilized by bowlers, bear traps, and the reason why it is number 2 on my list is because it gives you extra defense for when you start off. If you have like a trike rushing your base or something like that, this little guy, if you can get him like packs of like 5 or 6, have some of those Lystrosaurus like behind it, giving some extra levels. This thing can be an absolute beast taking out dinosaurs, and it can take out others of its kind. It can take out probably raptors if it wanted to, parasaurs, trikes, you name it. Probably not rexes or spinos, but you know, you'll get into that when you progress further in the game. But for now, I think this is a good settle with this dinosaur because it can help you get that, that just extra step above the dinosaurs that you have to verse, instead of versing them hand to hand or hand to whatever dinosaur you're versing. But yeah, so the next dinosaur coming at number 3 on my list is the parasaur. Now this house is pretty easy. It's also, you can bowler it and just use a slingshot on it, and then yeah, just knock it out quickly with that. So we'll just wait for that to get knocked out. Obviously it's the same as the Dilo, narco berries in it, but this is obviously a herbivore, so put Mejo berries in there. I think that's how you pronounce it, Mejo berries, because Mejo berries seem to be the most effective on them. As you can see, I just picked up 3 there, so I'm just going to run back and put them in there. Yep, and my pterodon is now getting attacked by something. So see, it's extremely effective. But yeah, so we are here now. So So obviously this dinosaur, this one you have to knock out, and it's a herbivore obviously. Its preferred food is vegetables and measure berries if you have them. Obviously this dinosaur gets stuck by boulders, bear traps, and large bear traps. And the reason why it helps to have this, and my video has gone corrupt, it's because it has a turret mode. So it pretty much senses when there's wild dinosaurs or enemy dinosaurs around, and it gives you a red beacon where they are, so you have the upper hand on them. So you know where all the dinosaurs are, and you can just quickly get to them before they know you're there. Or you can try and like set up, or like try and get away from them, or try and like, you know, you work out the situation. But yeah, it's pretty handy to have on you. You can always stay a step ahead of the game of any dinosaur that's there. It will detect any single wild dinosaur, birds, anything, flying, land, sea, anything. But yeah, so moving on to the next one. After this, yeah, should be good. Slowly falling down this list, we're at number 4, and this is a Triceratops or the Trike. This is a herbivore, obviously, and it's obviously a KO knockout. I use Force Tame now just so I can show you everything. Favorite food, mejo berries, same with most herbivores. Immobilize, it uses a chain bowler to immobilize it. Now with chain bowlers you can't just throw them, you have to use a ballistic turret, which you'll get late in the game. So I would not use chain bowlers, I would use trank arrows from a bow, which you can make from narcotics and stuff. And also by a large bear trap that would be made by a smithy. The saddle is level 16, I'm pretty sure. So you know, it's not too far away, but it's still quite low level. The reason why this is number 4, it helps farming and also works as an extra defense if you need it. I would not recommend it, but as you can see, a couple bushes, I've got a lot of berries now that I can use to tame more things, and those narco berries will help me make further things in the future. But yeah, so you know, it's a pretty good dinosaur, and I recommend having it in your arsenal when you need it. But yeah, moving on with the next one, after I park it next to the rest of the... Okay, we are now on to number 5, the Pterodon. This is pterodactyl, and I think this video is a little bit broken as well. This one is a carnivore, you have to KO it, but I didn't have enough berries and food for it, so I just force tamed it. Its favorite food is raw mutton, and it's immobilized by bowlers, chain bowlers, bear traps, and large bear traps. Its saddle is level 38, so it's pretty high. This is just good for moving around the map without using too much stamina, which is pretty good. But yeah, so it's pretty much just, you use it for just moving around the map quickly without using too much stamina, which means you won't lose as much health or like starvation, and you won't have to drink as much, which is also just a good thing to, you know, keep. So you don't have to keep like getting drinks and stuff while you're trying to do other things. I don't know why all these videos are just broken right now. I don't know if they loaded properly or something. It's quite annoying if I do say myself. But yeah. So as you can see, it's just you can fly around with it. It's pretty quick, to be honest. You cannot adjust the movement speed. You can adjust the stamina, the weight, the health. I would recommend doing the stamina because stamina runs out pretty quick on this. But yeah, it's at number 5 just because it's quick moving around, but it's because the saddle is such a high level. It's level 38, so you're pretty much just getting to that stage where you're getting everything. But yeah. Next on the list, number 6 is the Ichthyosaurus. We just call it, me and my friends just call it Itchies. The saddle is level 16, and I mean, yes, that is quite a low level, so you're probably wondering why it's number 6. But it's just because it's, the only reason why it's good is it's for oil and for the speed it has. So oil farming, you don't really need that till you're higher in, like, you know, the game, because oil is not important when you're just starting. But obviously this is a carnivore. It's a passive tame, which is very helpful, which is why I would have put it higher, but it's just that oil factor of it that will put it down. Its favorite food is raw mutton, which is surprising. and it can't be immobilized because it's in water. It sounds like all these videos have like not saved properly, but yeah. So yeah, so it is quite high on the list, or quite low on the list. But then again, the oil factor of it really has brought it down lower, because that is for, you know, further in the game when you need it. But like, you don't need it really right now. So I don't see a point in it being a really high level. Yeah, just listen to this mantis fight happening, and I'll see you in the next dinosaur. Now, for the raptor, obviously it's a carnivore. You need to KO it to, you know, actually tame it. Its favorite food is raw prime meat, and it's immobilized by a bowler, bear trap, and a large bear trap. Its saddle is actually level 18, so it's not too low, and I probably should move this up higher, but I really can't be bothered at this point. But then again, it is a very hard dinosaur to tame. To knock it out is very hard if you don't hit that bowler the first time. If you miss that bowler, you are done. You need to run for the hills. That is your goal if you miss. Okay? But if you don't miss, it should be an easy tame. Just hit it with a couple slingshots. Maybe a wooden club, but I'd say slingshot so you can keep some distance from it. It's a better defense, and it works really well with the Dilos, especially if you have a whole pack of raptors and a pack of Dilos. They do quite a lot of damage. They have a big hit, and they're quite fast. Stamina is not amazing, but it can be better if you upgrade it. But yeah, so that's my thoughts on the raptor, number 7. Now onto the ankylosaurs. These boys have a saddle at level 36, so it's pretty expected to have this at number 8. But obviously these animals are herbivores. You need to KO them to knock them out. But these do have armored plates on them, so it is a lot harder to knock these guys out. So obviously there's obviously ways you can do it, and I'll explain that in a second. But the food they like is vegetables or berries, either one. It's immobilized by chain bowlers and large bear traps, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, large bear traps. It's a good match with an RG, and it's really good with farming metal. So I think there is an RG in this list, and I think that might be next. But yeah, so it's pretty good with farming metal and working with an RG, and I'll show you why in a second. But when you use a chain bowler to bowler it, use a slingshot. Try and get it either in the head, I'm pretty sure, or the legs, because those are the least armored parts. As you can see, there's big armored spikes on him. But yeah, so that's him. He's at number 8. Let's see the next one. Now here is the RG, or the Argentavis as people call it. This is a carrion feeder, which means he just feeds on corpse. So when you die, he'll eat your body for the flesh. His favorite food is raw prime meat, or just, you know, human, or just any corpse for that matter. It's immobilized by the chain bowlers, bear traps, large bear traps, and stuff like that. It cannot be immobilized by a normal bowler. It does not get affected by it. And the reason why this is number 9, the saddle for this is level 62. But the reason why it's on my list is because it can travel faster and hold a lot more stuff. I might show stats in a second. But as you can see, its weight is massive. It's like 400 compared to other things. But I don't know. But if you see, you can like pick up the ankylosaur, you can drop it on like top of mountains, and then get off the RG and use the ankylosaur to get metal and stuff, and then put it back into the thing, and then you're off to go, and you drop back at your base. But yeah, so I think there's one more dinosaur coming. And to finish this list off, big and strong, we're doing the Rex. Now, this is not a dinosaur you will find and probably not one you will ride very quickly in your early game. But if you can somehow get this thing to tame, you will be ruling Ark, pretty much. Its saddle is level 74. Obviously, it's a carnivore, and it's a knockout to tame it. I have to use force tame, so I can just ride it without a saddle. Its favorite food is raw prime meat, pretty common in most things, and it's only stopped and held back by chain bowlers and large bear traps. Pretty much, this thing is just a beast in Ark. If you have one, obviously train carries from a long distance if you can't get train bowls or anything like that. But this thing is a beast in Ark, and if you have this, you will rule the game. But thanks for watching, guys, and have a good day.